Hello everyone, my name is Mike, and I'm the current graphics team lead for Revolutionary Game Studio. Today I will be doing the first ever official Thrive playthrough, so for 0.3.2, so I hope you enjoy. The first thing that'll pop up when you click begin is the tutorial. If you're a new player, I strongly recommend that you go through it and follow everything that it tells you to do. It will explain the basics of the game, such as movements and how compounds and processes work. And in addition to that, you'll get an extra session in the editor. So you should definitely do this. Now I'm just gonna click escape. So over here, when you open the game, you can see your cell. This is the default cell that everyone starts out with. It has one vacuole, which is the circular compound over here. The cell's turning, so it's kind of hard to show. That organelle, it stores the various compounds that you absorb while floating in the environment and the ones that you make. So if you look at the bottom right of the screen, you see this box which says stuff like ammonia, oxytoxy, and those are the compounds that you have. So currently I have 40 ATP and 5 glucose. Now to the left of that organelle is the purple mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So it uses glucose and oxygen, which is also found in the environment, to create ATP, which is what the flagella, the two things behind you, use for movement. Now you can press the minus button or the scroll wheel to zoom out. That's usually how I play since you can see more. So let's swim around and see what we find. So this is a cloud of glucose. It is white, so this is basically sugar. If you look at the bottom right, you can see my glucose stores increasing as I'm updating this, as I'm absorbing this. This is another member of my species, doesn't really do anything, just floats around. That is some algae. It's the green organelles that it has around it are the chloroplasts. You can get those by assimilating some bacteria. And to the top right, that is the first predatory cell you will see. If you notice the X, that is the agent vacuole, and it is shooting X's at me. Now, if I touch one of those X's, you will see that my health will go down, which is my hit points to the top left, and I do not want to do that, so I'm just going to run away. The light blue compound, that is oxygen. It is used in combination with the white glucose to make ATP. The yellow thing next to it is ammonia. You absorb it to make amino acids, which is used in reproductase, which is the thing your cell uses to reproduce. If you remember that cyan creature behind me, yeah, there it is again, that one won't actually shoot toxins at you, but it will try its best to engulf you through phagocytosis, and it'll still hurt you. I'm actually going to go ahead and die right now to show you how that looks like. Let me find it. Oh, I guess it ran away. Okay, so just going to keep absorbing compounds until I can find some predatory cell. Yeah, so this is oxygen. You can see my compounds increasing as I'm doing stuff. CO2, if you were wondering, is a byproduct of the mitochondria, cellular respiration. Okay, so it absorbed me, so I'm kind of dead now. I'll spawn somewhere else in a second. Okay, so I'll just keep moving. That was probably a bad idea. If you look at the bottom right, all of my compounds are gone. So I kind of have to keep finding more compounds if I want to reproduce. So yeah, I'm just gonna swim around finding stuff. Yeah, this is fun. What should I tell you? Oh, I know. So when swimming around, you'll also sometimes find these free-floating organelles. So like, for example, this light green one. And if you touch it, you have a chance of absorbing it. And the light green one is a chloroplast. So if you go over it, touch it, it'll be assimilated. And then in the editor, you can add yourself a chloroplast and be like that guy in the top right. And the other organelles that you can still find in the environment are the toxin vacuoles. They don't look like an X. They're kind of a, well, they're shaped like a normal vacuole. If I find one, I'll show it to you. God, there's so many chloroplasts here. La 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 la. They're gotta be here somewhere. They just like randomly spawn in the environment, so sometimes you'll get like a bunch of them. And sometimes you can be like drifting for forever and not get any, which is what I'm experiencing right now. Well, maybe I won't find any then for now. I'll show you them when I find some. If you look at the bottom right, you can see that I already have 3 reproductases. You need a total of 5 to reproduce. And usually, the majority of the time, what you're missing is ammonia, which is the yellow compound, so you should usually try absorbing that, and it'll help you reproduce faster. But don't get close to this guy because it